So I was talking to B.A. Stringer today, and I said, hey, it's good to see you be first today on Zoom last night on June 1st, 2023. Thanks a lot there, BH. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you again real soon.
Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom Homies, produced by LK Productions.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into Sunday night, June 4th, 2023. William, mute your audio. Got the echo. No, Greg, it's actually William this time. His little box is lighting up. Still got a tab running somewhere. So I'll go ahead and bring in the Zoom homies. We got William Dawson, Sam, Greg Guy, and Chris Garrett. Welcome everybody in from chat. Tony Wallow was first. I forgot to change the audio. I got the right person, wrong audio. So I'll fix that one of these days. Sam was second. I seen that. Bobby Warren was third. William Dawson was fourth. Alex Cheek was sixth. Roy Kerr was fifth. I think that brings me up to date. Brian Lightfoot, T-minus 2 minutes, and then I started it a little bit early. I start it usually about anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes to go. By the time everything plays out, it works out pretty good. So he's complaining about the opening he did for me. So why? I'm confused. I see a background on my Zoom logo.
That's normal.
No, not on the Zoom logo. There shouldn't be. In Zoom itself, there
I was
be.
talking about when you said you're confused.
Oh yeah, that's a given. That's an everyday thing. So, need to get groceries before. Well, here's the time. Here this time, I ended up needing to get groceries before the store closes. Yeah, we went to 3 different stores today. And I think we spent money in all 3, come to think of it.
I had to go to Walmart because I forgot to get dishwashing pot. And I went to start the dishwasher. There's none there.
Can't have that. Let me go to, there is a background on that. Why? That should not be there.
Well, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it's picking up something from, that's the YouTube logo. Okay, it's not on that one. It's not on that one. It is on that one. It's on that one. It's not on that one. Not on Garrett Morris. No, that's the fish tank. That light that's coming in right there on Lorna's eyes, that's the fish tank. I've got it running. So I have to go find, let me go with this one. That one should be good. Yeah, I'll just go with that one.
She's got a fish tank in her eye. Does that make her a fish-eyed fool?
With a little bit of maybe adjustment and timing, I could make it look like she's one of the X-Men with the thing in her eyes. I don't know. We'll see. So some of you saw earlier today I did a live stream with Mrs. K's friend trying to teach her. Now what the heck? Now I gotta. That picture is not from Jose, but it says that's from Jose. See the watermark down there? This is really crazy. This is going to drive me up the proverbial wall. This one should be all right. Yeah, let's go see how long this one stays before something changes on it. Anyway, I appreciate all the help from everyone earlier today. That was fun. Alex helped me out a little bit, and then he had to go to church. And then Greg and Jeff, Jose, and Tim jumped in and helped out. That was very good. I think I did 3 private, or no, I did 3 private, 2 private, 3 private. I don't know. I lost count. I did get some editing done. I'm up to hole number 5. This is going to take me days to do this. And when I do the DaVinci explaining it, you guys will understand why. But so far, it's coming together pretty good. And I've got some news.
That saucer's following you around again.
Do what?
That flying saucer's following you around again up the corner up there.
Yeah, I see that right here.
Is that a spy?
No, see, the thing is, I think it's because the fan's running. You talk about this thing right here, right?
Yeah, just right angle, the lights.
Right. I tried to fix the green screen today, and I got it a little bit more taut, but it's still got a little bit of waviness in it, and that's what's happening when the fan makes this thing move. That's what's showing up. So I will solve that problem.
It's a Chinese spy balloon.
Probably. I've got so many secrets that they want to know about. Oh, that should solve it.
Sometimes I'm still picking up my groceries. I'm calling in and picking up.
I'm just seeing if the green screen effect is going to work, because sometimes if you turn off, I have a green screen, so if I wave my hand now, you can see the green screen.
Yeah.
All right. And every once in a great while, it'll actually filter over onto this as well. So that's cool. And today, you know how we experimented for like an hour last night with the hold your hand up and get the hand to show up? I couldn't get that to work for anything. And a couple times it actually showed that it had started. So here we go again. Nope, there it goes.
It don't work. It don't work for me.
It almost, there we go. It's running. And I have a hand in the upper right hand. The thing that's weird though is every time it does that, it takes that person and moves them to the upper left-hand corner. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's doing that on purpose because you're trying to draw attention to yourself.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let me go look at chat real quick. Bring chat over. No, I can leave it there. Carrie did something today. As a matter of fact, I think Carrie did 2 somethings today because I remember getting 2 notifications. Bobby said something's about $100 a year. Go catch up over here. Bet she had special powers. I don't know who Roy's talking about with special powers of telepathy. BH Wallow. Is BH Ringer in the house? I didn't see him.
He said call him BH.
Oh. He says, hello, I'll go to the other end of town to get something before I step in Wally World. Yeah, that's the only place we didn't go today. I think if she would have had her way, we would have went to Wally World today. But we didn't. Josh Kinder says, Ken, outside on my phone. Okay, well, I see there are 2 people waiting. And I will let them in. I'm outside on my phone.
One of them was Alex. Don't let him in.
Yeah, one of them was Alex, and the other one, I'm going to guess Josh is saying that he's outside on his phone, letting me know that he's wanting to get in.
It's Alex Warren.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry about that. The bell
That's
wasn't
a great
working.
picture, Josh.
Huh?
Hi, everybody.
Do what, Alex?
I was just telling Josh that's a great picture.
You back at the group home?
Yep,
Sitting outside
I'm being
enjoying the
very
weather.
facetious, if you couldn't tell.
yep. Just sitting out here enjoying the weather. Figures the days have been too hot to come out during the day, so why not come out during the evening?
Eating your popcorn.
Nope.
We're still 78 degrees right now at 9 o'clock at night. Been a busy day.
We're 67.
Oh, I'd love to be 67. That'd be just cool enough to be comfortable.
You guys have seen the view of the property before.
Like a
I
pretty
came
nice
out here
yard.
Yeah, I've come out here a couple of times.
Go ahead and throw me in the waiting room because I was 10 minutes late. But technically, Ken, I was early. I was 15 minutes early because I commented on the stream. But at that same time, my dad came in and said he had food in there, so I went in there to eat. And during that time, you started, so that's why I'm late.
You even sent me a text and asked me what time do I start, and you're still late.
And I told you, never mind, because I found it because I rewatched last night's stream at the very end.
Yeah. And moving forward, unless something drastic comes up, which might be happening at the end of the month, the nightly stream will be at 9 o'clock at night. Every night, 9 o'clock. Makes it so easy across the board. Wherever you're at in the world, when it's 9 o'clock in Indiana, that's what time the stream will start. For example, if you live in Arkansas, it'll be 8 o'clock.
Read what I just told Bobby. He probably don't know nothing about that movie.
Was it? Oh, it was. Was it Wally World? Yeah, it was Wally
Yep.
World, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a funny movie.
Movie was called Vacation.
Yep. And then I like the European Vacation where they go around Big Ben 4 or 5 times. He goes, "Oh, look, kids, there's Big Ben." I thought that was pretty good. So
You're talking about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
No, this is the other one. This is the one before that one, I believe. It's
It's
in
called
1983 or
Vacation.
84.
So they have one just called Vacation, and then one
Yep.
called European Vacation, and then one called Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
They got a lot
that
of
sounds
them.
about right. Yeah. So I'm going to make some co-hosts here. I don't want you to put anybody in the waiting room. If that needs to take place, I'll do that myself. But if you see someone, if you hear the bell and look over to chat and it says Zoe Saldona wants in the chat, we obviously know she doesn't watch the stream, nor does she have the credits. Just remove her. Just remove. And don't report. There's no need to report. He'll get the idea sooner or later. So that's why the
And
waiting
I have
room.
I
No
have
problem.
I have a question. Who is that?
I don't know.
Oh,
I honestly don't know.
Are you becoming Doug?
Not that I'm aware of. And why would you say that before I put you in the waiting room?
Because it's what Doug does with his moderators on YouTube. He makes people a moderator, but says don't remove anybody.
Would you like me to let the co-host put you in the waiting room? I can gladly do that. I want them to do everything. If you're going in the waiting room, I'm going to do it. I don't, if I'm busy or I don't catch the fact that Zoe Zaldona joins and I don't have the waiting room in, we get bombed. That's why the waiting room is on. And now I'm going to have co-hosts and they can help out and watch if I'm busy or if I step out or something.
End of
Yeah.
story.
Oh, I can gladly tell them, go ahead, put Alex in the waiting room. It makes me no difference.
Hey, Alex, they asked me to do music at VBS. That means the sound room to play the music.
what BBF?
Vacation Bible School.
Okay.
I've
It's a
done it
little
before.
it's a little thing a lot of churches do during the summer. So the kids, they do it for like a week or a few days during the summer. So it gives kids something to do.
So when
okay.
you watch TV on YouTube, does it have commercials?
You know what?
I don't know.
I see movies that says free with ads, but
Okay.
guess what? The ad blocker blocks the
Oh,
ads.
okay.
Yes, it
I
does
should see that
it does if
line.
you're watching on the computer, but that's the catch. It only works if you're watching on the computer, not if you're watching on your smart TV or the phone. Because of the way the YouTube algorithm, the YouTube ads change so often, the URLs change so often, that if you try to use any other ad blocking service that blocks based on URL or category, it probably won't be very effective.
Yeah, you just hook the computer up to the TV then.
Exactly. That's what I have. I just wondered. I didn't know if it did or not.
Are you referring to the YouTube TV service? Like you can get like actual real live TV like ESPN and CNN and cartoon
I was
whatever.
referring to a couple people said they look movies up on chat on YouTube and watch it on YouTube, and I just wondered if you could watch it on your television and if there would be commercials and or ads.
If you're talking about the free with ads movie like Chris had mentioned, yes, they'll be with ads if you watch it on anything other than the computer.
Huh.
On
All
the
right,
computer,
we've
there won't be
established
ads
that.
because you're running an ad blocker.
Right. So if you happen to have your TV connected to your computer like I do, then I can watch it on there and I won't have ads, will I?
Correct.
So glad we figured that out.
And I
Or
find
maybe you
this
didn't.
really, really, really strange. And you gave me credit earlier when we was on the private Zoom. Now all of a sudden you want to throw me in the waiting room.
I give you credit when you deserve credit. I will be right back.
I don't know how
I'll
they
be right
do.
here.
I don't know how they do the music now for Vacation Bible School. We still have a CD player and a tape player, but I
I'll
don't know
tell
if
you
they'll
how I've done it in the past is I've taken my computer up to the church, hooked it up to their flat screen TV, and controlled everything from my computer because there's free software you can get on your computer that will let you put Bible scriptures and all that. It does the same thing as the paid for software that they use that in a sanctuary that costs like $500.
Yeah, I don't know. The pastor has an Apple, but I don't know whether he'll have me use that or if I'll bring my laptop or what.
That's how I do it. They had a computer and it was so slow at the time that I got tired of using it, and so I just brought my own up there.
I'll just see if I can. I'll see if they'll let me bring mine, and I'd rather do it on mine because I'm used to everything on mine.
Yeah, as long as you can get the music and the videos or whatever from somebody, I don't see why that would be a problem.
Yeah, I don't know whether they probably got it on. They probably order it digitally now. It used
Well,
to be on CDs or DVDs so they could play videos with it.
yeah, all I know is now we don't have internet at the church. So anything that we need to transfer back and forth between the church and here, it needs to be on a flash drive on a CD. Something like that. It can't be on the internet somewhere because there's no internet at church unless we hotspot our phone.
Oh, we got it, but it half time don't work.
Why do I have no audio?
We can hear you.
Lost my audio again.
Can you hear us? We hear you.
I hear you.
I hear. Yeah,
Well,
It's probably me. Don't worry about it.
the only reason we don't have it is because the church got tired of paying the church right now kind of can't afford to pay $200 plus to have internet that's only used one time or once or twice a week.
Your church doesn't have audio, and they can't afford to have audio. I'm lost.
No,
Internet.
no, internet.
I know.
Yeah, it's probably me. Just bear with me. Yeah, it's me.
Jim know we can hear him.
Yep, there we go. I got it.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now. For some reason, it switched output to something else, and I have no idea why it did that.
Welcome to my world.
The only thing that we really need internet for, and it's not a necessity. It's not a necessity at church. Is the security cameras. The security cameras will work. The new security cameras our sound guy got will work without internet. But in order to change any setting at all on them, in order to set them up, change the settings, do anything like that, you've got to use your phone or something or the computer, and therefore you have to have internet to be able to change the setting. So if he has to change the setting, he has to take it home. The DVR system and the camera home and change the setting. You don't have to take them all home, but because they're all ran through the ceiling, but at least he has to take the DVR box home and change whatever setting and bring it back.
I think I'm going to need another one of these, at least at some point.
A dumb question, Alex. Why can't your church do like Doug, like a Carrie does?
What do you mean? Borrow somebody else's internet?
He pays for it.
He pays for it with the neighbor, yes. They share it.
Okay. Well, that's an easy answer, because there's nobody around us that has internet. Like when you go in the church building, or the fellowship hall, the only Wi-Fi connection that you can see is the one that the church has that is not active.
I got him.
And you got
It's just those odd names.
I thought your church was near. I thought your house was near the church.
It is.
The
church can have up to the same speed I've got. At least they can have at least 200 down and up, because that's what they had before they cut it off.
What you need to do, buy about how many ever feet it is, buy that much Ethernet cable, in a roll, one of those rolls, stick it to the back of your wheelchair, and just go down the road pulling that cable out.
You serious? It'd have to be. If I did that, I'd have to run fiber optic, because it's more than 300 feet.
Alex, well, understood that the system that Son has does up to 1.8 miles.
Alex, you don't have to have the short. You don't have to do a single. You can do put a repeater in there. Just a. All you need is an Ethernet repeater, powered switch, and it'll extend it another 328 feet or whatever it is. You don't need to spend money on 600 feet of fiber optics. You know how expensive that is?
I guess
Now you got me wondering. I would love to somehow be able to see what speed I'm able to get from my house on the other end of that connection, if we was able to get that theoretically hooked up.
What's the address of your church?
1403 Highway 270 West.
Oh, it's not Church Street?
No, it's not. I know it would make sense for it to be, but it's not.
How far is it?
It's less than a mile. Like 0.4 or 5 of like a half a mile away. Something like that.
Is it Sheraton or Sheridan?
Sheridan.
Oh God.
I'm using
Jesus Christ.
Just look up Wall Street Missionary Baptist Church. You'll find it.
I'll stop.
I'm not holding the phone. I'm using the
Well, my
tripod that Alex
computer
got
just
me.
locked up, so that's
It's because I
fine.
was not on last night.
The preacher was paying for our website, the church website, and he quit paying for that too, because it's too expensive. I tried to tell him he can just have me do it and change providers and have me do it. It only costs $15 a month, but he wouldn't listen.
So
Wonder why.
our pastor,
I know why.
Well, he's probably got his own ideas about how things ought to be.
At one time, our church, our pastor was using Dell laptop, and he kept saying he wanted to get an Apple laptop because everything kept not working right. And then, like, I think it was last Sunday, it started. He had on his Apple, it didn't work right. Something went wrong. I told him, I said, I thought you wanted an Apple so everything would work right. He just laughed and said, it ain't my laptop, it's the dang internet down here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
My
yeah.
computer is not running right. I'm going to shut everything down, including the stream. But Zoom was still. Wait. Hang on. I got a
Yes.
pop up here I've never seen. Let me see if that solved it. Did that bring it back to live? That might have brought it back to live. We'll see.
I had a surprise today. I found a long lost flash drive, or my dad found a long lost flash drive of mine that I have not seen since 2016.
I've got
Oh,
one
really?
got in 2005. It's a 512 size. Well, that'd been megabyte, maybe kilobytes in those
Kilobyte,
days.
probably.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
all
it
these
does.
years, what's funny about it is all these years that has been in this flash drive has been in my dad's jacket pocket of one of his suit jackets that he wears to church that he very rarely wears. So he just happened to fiddle around in his pocket and find it today.
What did he have on it? Did you stick a sermon on it for him years ago or something?
No, it was one of the ones that the song director
Okay.
had given me when I first started doing the PowerPoint announcements at church.
Alright.
It had a PowerPoint. It had a PowerPoint on it from December of 2016.
All right.
So
Yeah, that makes
This Sean, when he gets on, he can explain who the wireless link he has between his garage and the house.
I know what kind of wireless link he has, but
Yes, Roy, YouTube is back. I don't know what happened. It was at my end. I had the little thing going around. I finally found out what had happened. Somehow there was a URL pop up in OBS, and OBS wanted to do something. I said cancel it, and as soon as I did, it popped back up live. So I've never seen that before, ever.
also you have to remember though that that technology is line of sight, and there's trees between here and the church.
There's not any houses anywhere near the church that you could go over and make a sweetheart deal with them just to run a line and pay them to borrow their line.
There's a trailer park, but I'd have to get a hold of the. I don't even want to go there.
well, I mean,
Probably wise you don't while we're streaming live. Yes.
what did it cost to get a line just to the church?
I have no idea. The best I can tell you is take the price that they put on the financial statement, which was all of it combined for 2 buildings internet connection, and divide that in half, and that'd be roughly the amount. So I'd say roughly it probably cost about $130 just for the church. So
Well,
with
what
about
speed would
200
that
and
be?
something
You
altogether.
don't need that much speed.
No,
Need 100 maybe for one building that you just use once in a while. I mean, like on 2 or 3 times a week.
but the crazy part is both of the internet connections were not connected the same way, because the sanctuary had 200 when we had this hooked up. The sanctuary had at least 200, but the fellowship hall only had like 25 or 50, and 5 or 10 up, while the sanctuary had like 200 up and down. So it was like the fellowship hall was connected to copper, while the sanctuary was connected to fiber.
Is it possible that your bill was so high because you had 2 separate accounts and nobody realized
Probably.
it?
No, small towns can be expensive, though. I've mentioned this place.
Well, I think the person that does that handles the money, the treasurer at the church would have noticed if we would have had, because she's the only one that I can think of that would have the login information for the accounts.
Now, so you get the 5G network on your cell phones at church, right?
Right.
Do you have the little like Horizon little wireless connection internet you can get? They show on TV and that in your area.
I don't know if that T-Mobile internet works in my area or not. It says it does, but it's limited or something like that. Spots are limited. It says something.
If
It
that
doesn't
would work, that would be your answer. You just have the little white box in a room.
I do not know what the full speed of the cell phone connection network though is at the church, and the reason why is because being that I'm on the free government cell phone plan, my speed is limited during the day at certain times. So sometimes at night it's like over 100, but during the day it's like really throttled down. So I may be able to go to church one day and I may be able to get 20, and the next day I may be able to get 2 or 3 or 5. So, but
Okay, Ray don't see the reference to your speeds. If they were to get a service, pay for a service, have the cellular connection for that little box for their internet, they could pay for any speed within their contract area that's allowed. And it should be fairly constant if they're paying for it out of pocket.
what I mean is, if let's say AT&T offers that home internet or whatever they call it at the church, because my mom and dad both have an actual AT&T plan, it's not going through 2 or 3 levels of companies. I would think that of services, I would think that the speeds that the church would get would be comparable to the speeds that my mom and dad get on their cell phones, because they're paying AT&T for the service and have AT&T phones and all that, and not going to 3 levels of
no one
providers.
checks. It's just an idea.
I guess
Well,
the
I'm
question
just
that comes
saying.
to my mind is, does the church really need to have the internet?
The short answer is no.
Yeah.
Then
Anything the preacher doesn't want to live stream. He would rather record the sermons, take them home, upload them so he can edit them and improve them and all this other before they go up. And anything else that is needed at church, we can either load on a flash drive, load on a CD, or something like that.
all right, Long Dog. Okay, people, I be here. I just got a little sidetracked. One of my favorite programs is turning on right now, Mr. Salty Cracker. Yeah, I'm always in competition with somebody.
Who are we in competition with tonight?
Mr. Salty Cracker, John Southern Exposure. Hello, John. Happy
John.
late anniversary, by the way. I hear you had that this past week. Congratulations. Ken, I was done with Verizon when Bright House Network sales guy shows up. I was planning to buy rabbit ears. I think he means ears.
Rabbit ears?
I guess he's talking about for television. I don't know.
Who said that?
Bobby Cheek.
Bobby Warren.
Bobby Warren.
I don't know if you would know anything about
Sorry, I missed Bobby in my
rabbit
chat
ears.
room when I did the YouTube video.
You did a YouTube video today?
I did a live stream on YouTube chat, how to communicate with me in YouTube chat. And Bobby showed up.
Bobby said his Verizon bill, FIOS, whatever that is, was $400 just for internet and TV.
BIOS.
BIOS.
What's
It's
FIOS?
it's their terminology for fiber optic fiber to the
Oh,
home,
okay.
essentially.
And Roy said that Carrie, see, it's now I got competition from two people.
Well, just to be straightforward about it, I don't consider Carrie any competition for you. Sorry, Carrie.
Well, I mean, reality is, yeah, don't think he's
Neither-
too worried about me.
Neither do I, but
So,
Well, I
also-
don't. I'd rather listen to yours than his. Let me put it that way.
I appreciate that. I do.
But also, you could say it because we're not getting any new members off of YouTube. We haven't gotten any new members for quite some time.
I'm up to 274. Where have you been the last couple of days?
I'm referring to specifically on Zoom.
We had one join last night, but it turned out to be not a good person, so they're no longer with us. Sam just joined us. It's a new member. Are you living under a rock there in wherever it is you live in Arkansas?
No, are you living under a rock? Because I'm not.
Yeah, who was that?
I know what's going on, Alex. I'm 274.
I think
Sam's
he's
a
under
new
a
member.
rock at this Sheraton or something.
I think it's Sheridan.
Sheraton and
Sheraton.
Ken, who was that last night? What did I miss?
There was
Nothing.
a guy that got a hold of me an email. He answered all the questions the right way and seemed like it was going to be legitimate. Turned out while we were streaming, he was halfway decent, or she, I don't know. The web page showed, or his YouTube page showed it was a male. And just as soon as it ended, that's when the chaos started. And I'm not putting up with it. This back in the days when you get one morning, now one time gone, see you, have a good life. And then unfortunately, I got a suspicion he shared the credentials because we got bombarded quite a bit last night, and we've been bombarded 3 times already tonight. That's why I made the co-host. Again, I'll put Alex in the waiting room, but if you see someone join that you know is not legitimate, just remove them, please.
So they're going in the waiting room as well.
That's why the waiting room is enabled, yes. And we'll discuss that more in depth once the stream ends, because I don't want to discuss it in depth while the stream is going on, because that would just be, I might as well broadcast the credentials if I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to do that. So,
Oh, come on, why not?
Okay.
So Alex,
you guys like that ding, do you?
from your church to your house is 3,800 feet.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, Josh.
What other questions to get into Zoom if I can ask, please?
Are you currently on Zoom?
Yeah,
Then why do you want to worry about what the questions are?
I was just curious.
Well, we can, if you're really that curious, you'll wait till after the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, let's broadcast that over the live stream as well.
you know, you're already here.
Yes.
You don't need to know what
It doesn't matter. You're the king of thinking about things that don't matter, Josh.
Been here nearly from the beginning, and I don't know what the questions are, nor do I care. That's the host.
Some of you guys carried over from Doug's show. Most of you guys carried over from Doug's show. The newcomers, I have asked some questions of some, and I have not asked some questions of some. Full disclosure. If I get a bad vibe, I'm going to ask some questions. Plain and simple. And Sam's worked out. William's worked out. I'm not sure about that Josh Kinder guy yet. I'm kind of on the fence with him, but I haven't made up my mind.
I've been here since I don't know when.
I believe that.
The funny thing is, Josh, I know exactly when you joined. It's documented on YouTube on Doug's channel. All I gotta do is go look it up.
You don't have it memorized?
It was February of 2021, I believe.
Oh, you believe. In other words, you don't really know for sure.
Because the thing that
Because you're a politician and you're guessing.
Because what got you here in the first place, Josh, if you don't remember, was your crappy HP laptop that you're still holding on to.
Yes, that I still own to this day.
I thought you were giving that away. What'd you do? Give it to yourself?
Yes.
I'm supposed to be giving it to my cousin whenever she gets internet.
I appreciate that, John. The stream will be ending here in about 20 minutes. It only runs for an hour. I've got it set up to run right at an hour. So if you could join us after that, I would appreciate it. John put a comment over in the chat that he has a few suggestions on how to protect the channel. And I agree. We don't want to discuss them over the open air because, again, I might as well just go up there and hit the little yellow button like I've done, or green button like I've done in the past, and give the credentials out.
Why not?
I have an idea.
Oh, I remember those days, Greg. That was fun. So much I've learned. Well, I've learned a little.
Whoopsie, baby.
All right, so I'm gonna kill the Zoom for a sec, or not the Zoom, the stream, and I'm gonna grab the credentials. This is what got me in trouble last time. Is I thought I'd killed it, and I didn't, and then it's the whole point of me having a monitoring system now.
Yeah, can you trust this John guy that just asked for the credentials?
Oh, I don't know. Well, he's from Louisiana. I think he's trustworthy. So yeah, Alex, to answer a comment you made, what'd you want me to do? Tell her, oh, this is the most dumbest guy we have on our Zoom. We throw him in the waiting room every 5 minutes just to get rid of him. Oh, Alex, Earth to Alex.
That damn soundbar again.
No, he's doing something on his screen.
I'm still here, Ken.
Oh, I know you are because I can see that you're gawking at the screen. Uh-oh.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it great.
Oh, you're going back out there.
I got to remember what his name is.
Hmm.
It's been a while since I've sent an email out to him.
Who bought the grape?
Huh?
Who bought the grape?
I think I am coming.
I'm just gonna. I muted him just because we don't need to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, go ahead.
I post a link in Zoom chat for the video for the first time we met Joshy.
Okay, appreciate that.
If you want to, it was February 12th of 2022. According to Doug's channel, it was a computer won't start after Windows update was the title.
That was, Josh probably turned it off back then too. He probably pushed the power button.
John, I sent him to you. So I did show Lorna's friend the video of when we went to see Alex last year. She thought that was pretty good. I showed her the pictures from the steakhouse, and she wanted to know where that was at. I said Little Rock, Arkansas. So her and her husband like to eat steak, so I don't know if they're going down there or not. No, Alex, I'm not going to tell them to swing by and pick you up, so don't ask.
I don't think they'll come down all this way just to eat steak. I think there's plenty of steak places that are just as good, if not better, that you got up there.
I like Texas Roadhouse myself, locally.
Let me ask you this question: why do you like Texas Roadhouse? Because you know it's a chain, and you know you can get the same good quality food everywhere you go.
No, the food is good. It's relatively priced, and it's good. I don't look at things as, oh, it's a chain restaurant, I'm not going there. No, there are good chain restaurants. There are bad chain restaurants. There's a family-run restaurant about a half a mile from here. Depending on which crew is working, it's a good place to eat. if the wrong crew is working, I would rather eat at a chain restaurant like Denny's that I cannot stand.
There's a family-owned restaurant also about half a mile from here too, but it don't have different crews. It don't have different crews working. It's always the same people.
Well, it's okay. So when I said cruise, it's a family ran restaurant, top to bottom. The guy that owns it works it. His wife works it. Their daughters work it. Their daughters work it. It's all run by the family. But depending on which family member shows up, the food is good. Sometimes the food is bad. Sometimes the service is good.
I haven't had that experience here. This is also a completely family-owned restaurant, just like you was explaining, and I've never had a bad experience with the food here.
Well,
Thank you,
good.
Jim. I forgot to mute my mic before I went in my
Of
house.
course, they only have 2 locations.
They have one. So you would think that they might be pretty decent all the time. But again,
The
they're
one
not.
they have the one that they started out with in Pine Bluff, 30 minutes from here, and it was so good that they had people here in Sheridan asking them to open up a new business here, so they
That's
did,
good.
or something like that. We've had a lot of restaurants in the past here open up for a little bit and then close down and not come back again, but they've stayed around for several years now.
Tim Hortons was here, but they didn't last more than a year and a half when they closed.
Only time I hear about them is when I'm watching stuff from YouTubers up in Canada. I don't hear much about them from the US.
Jim Soul says hello. He's out doing another photo shoot. I was kind of hoping he could be around for the after stream Zoom, but I'll get with him, let him know. Tim and I were going to get together this afternoon, but Lorna's friend didn't leave until real late, and then dinner came up, and then something else came up that I'll discuss afterwards. And before I know it, it's 9 o'clock and time to start the show. So I apologize to Tim if he's watching. We can get together later tonight or tomorrow or whenever you want. Fine with me. Don't have anything going on tomorrow that I'm aware of. Try to get this video edited. I'm up to hole 4, by the way, for those of you keeping score at home. Oh, what an endeavor.
9 or 18?
Huh?
How many holes did you play?
I played 18. I'm trying to pare it down from an hour 54 down to something that's reasonable to watch, like a half hour.
So we should expect all 18 holes pared down by Halloween?
No, I'll get it done this week.
I'll be nice and say probably August, maybe July.
Did I just say I'll get it done this week? How many people heard me say I'll get it done this week? If you heard me say I'll get it done this week, raise your hand.
I did.
Alex, what did you hear? Alex?
Yeah, soundbar problems again.
Oh my gosh, that boy. Roy said, I did.
He needs to clean out his ears.
I got my camera off because I'm eating.
I appreciate that. So by a vote of 10-1, everybody heard me say that, except for you. You need to fix that soundbar, seriously.
He needs a set of these.
I'm not using the sound bar for the 20th time.
Now that doesn't sound as good as the 18th time, and besides, that's old.
I've probably told you that more than 18 times.
Not keeping track, couldn't tell you. For those of you keeping
And-
track at home, it's 1,223.
And now you're lucky because on my screen you're right center smack dab in the middle.
Well, that's good. That's where I should be. I should be playing Alice of this Brady bunch. It should be me. I cook, I clean.
Not today.
How many
Mrs.
we got?
K cooked
10?
today.
Do what?
Yep.
Mrs. K cooked today, and you said it was good. So
She did. She cooked spare ribs, and they were delicious. She barbecued them in the oven. Only because I connived my way. And we wouldn't have had time to barbecue them outside anyway. So I can't raise my hand. Roy says I can't raise my hand. All you got to do is join Zoom, and you can raise your hand. Which, again, we practiced last night with the recognition thing. And, again, today... Oh, now it's working. Of course it's working because I'm saying it don't work. And then Sam pointed this out. Every time you use that, it kicks you to the upper left-hand corner. And that's to get your attention. So that's kind of neat. I was trying to demonstrate that earlier.
But it only works if you're not. It only works if you're not Ken Stout. It don't work if you're Ken.
Okay, did you not just see my hand raised before I put you in the waiting room? I'm gonna conduct another poll. Watch. I don't know about this Jose Alvarez character. I'm not sure I know who that is.
Well, you know, if he causes any trouble, we'll just kick him out.
So did you see my hand pop up there, Alex? Let's see if I can do that
That's
again.
not you raising your hand on Zoom. That's you raising your real hand.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay, watch. When you raise your hand and you have it checked to recognize it, it'll recognize your hand.
Try closing your fingers.
Now watching the, oh look, my hand is raised.
Well, you press the button.
No, I did not press the button. I put my hand, you know what? I'll see you next week. Good night. Have a good night. Have a good night.
Rick,
You beat me to it by about a half a second. I mean, I
Oh,
know that
Jose.
you're the only one who wants to put him in there, but I was half a second. And he was just like, you know, he's like the frickin', he's like that scene in Animal House. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Thank you, sir. May I have another?
I would rather
did
deal
you,
with.
Did you not explain to him that the waiting room is enabled?
Yes.
Oh,
I fully explained to him that the waiting room is enabled because of the little thing that happened last night.
Okay.
And he's watching the stream, so
He's gonna go back and forth.
we can. I don't care. Not going to bother me none. Not going to
No.
bother. It's not going to bother any of us anymore. I turned off the bell. We just have to watch, and if someone shows up that we know is not supposed to be here, we just won't let them in. And I do report him, and I would like you guys to. I don't report them. I just remove them, because removing them, they can't come back to this particular Zoom. They can come back tomorrow night, but not to this one. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah. It's not permanent. I was hoping that it would be permanent. It's not. It's only for the current session of Zoom that's running. Did I say hello to Jose?
Is there a way to remove these yahoos permanently?
I haven't found out yet or figured out yet how to do that. No.
The only way you're going to remove them permanently is to change the credentials.
Right. Right. I agree with
Okay.
that. And I don't want to do that because it seems to be working so well for us. We'll get that.
I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't do that.
No, I don't want to do that unless I absolutely have to. And if 6 months from now we still have the waiting room enabled because of certain people, then I may just say, okay, I'm going to change the credentials and we'll change them and do what we got to do. I don't want to, but
I missed what he said, son.
he said I pushed the button to show my hand, which I'm not. So
I discovered the other night, I was doing this thing and I had this option enabled to recognize a hand moving.
right.
And the hand popped up and I'd been wondering what was happening with that. And and Ken, I think, figured it out right away.
So Alex, can you hear me?
Yes.
I want you to watch my screen on Zoom. You see my right hand?
Yes.
You see my left hand?
Yes.
I'm going to figure out which one it's going to recognize, and then we'll have it pop up. If maybe it's going to get confused because both hands. I do not push the button. Okay? I checked down there under whatever this is.
You just put your hand down.
Because I wanted to see what this is called.
You're
It's
pressing
called
the button.
No, he's not.
Alex,
pressing
I'm not
it.
kidding when I tell you this. I will kick you out. Do you want to test me?
No.
I'm trying to show you. I'm not pushing. If I tell you I'm not doing something, you can take it as gospel. Okay? Now I'm going to put it in your terms. You're a church-going person, yeah?
Yes.
It's gospel. If I tell you I'm not pushing the button, I'm not pushing the button. And you best be glad we're not off stream. So there's my right hand. Here's my left hand. I'm going to see if I can get it to recognize it. It might not because both hands are in the window and it can't see it. So I'm going to see if I can do it this way. Now, I know when it's doing it because there's a little thing. Oh, guess what? It almost worked. It started to recognize my hand and then it stopped. Do you have a question or are you just holding your hand up?
No, I'm just trying to see if it'll do it for me.
You have to be.
You got to have the option enabled.
Now watch what happens. Here it comes. Oh, damn it. It almost got 3/4 of the way done that time. So apparently when there's two hands in there, it cannot see, it can't distinguish between the two hands.
Stick one hand behind your head, your left.
Yeah.
What do you mean have the option enabled, Jeff? I mean, if
I was trying to
enable the
tell you
option-
that before you so rudely accused me again of touching the
When
button.
you go down to reactions, click on the up caret and say recognize hand gestures. And click
I don't
that.
have the carrot.
Yes, John, that is correct.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. I did
Now,
that.
Now, did
I
you
have
see
a
my
question.
hand raised with my hand behind my head,
And
my
it
hand
was
raised?
enabled automatically, apparently for me, and that's why when I did this the other night,
Yeah, I think by default is set to do it, Jeff.
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Honestly.
No, I had to put a check mark in mine and I still don't get the
Really?
arrow.
Yeah. I don't remember enabling it. That's not to say I didn't, but I don't remember doing it.
Oh, I'm glad to see someone else is starting to have some of my computer problems. That makes
Okay,
me-
how do I get Camel off my phone?
How do you get who off your phone?
I put you on Pim and I don't remember how to remove you.
On Zoom? I have no idea.
It's
So-
not working for me, and even though I got it
Well,
enabled.
it takes
Well, first of all, your hand has to sit still.
right. You
number
have to
one.
sit still.
Number two, your fingers have to be together.
Well, that's harder said than that's easier
Well,
said
I
than
did
done
it
for
by
me.
doing the old spot thing. But I wasn't moving them once I got them in position.
I wonder if because
Hold
I've
on,
got,
I'm trying to figure out something. What?
Alex, you almost had it. You almost had it. You almost had it, Alex.
I wonder if because I have it zoomed, if that's part of the problem.
No, it just has to be. It has to be removed enough from the rest of you that it can pick it up.
Like now.
Yep.
So Alex, if you watch the bottom of the Zoom when you're doing this, there'll be a little thing go around when it's actually reading your hand is what it's. See, it worked.
Oh, I got it. I thought it
Oh, you
changed.
pushed the button. I know you pushed the button.
So does that work with a computer?
Yes,
Zoom
it
thing,
works
it
on the
doesn't matter.
computer. I don't think it'll work on the phone though, Joshy.
Oh, okay.
You have to be on the computer.
I did. It happened again. But yeah, and I didn't have the hand on the mouse, so
That's as close as I can get to number one for you, Ken.
Works for me.
well. Anyway, I apologize. I didn't realize that option was there.
Alex, can you say that again? You didn't came through.
Yeah,
Can
we
you
all
say-
want to record that. Hang on. Go ahead. Can you repeat that, please?
Oh, like a true.
I'm
Exactly. What? Repeat what? What is it you want me to repeat?
Are we sure he's not running for mayor?
No, you're not.
No, he's not running
but
for mayor. He's running for governor and mayor at the same time.
I'm not running for anything. I guess if you want me to say I'm running for something, I'm running to try to get a job, but that's about the only thing I'm running for.
All right, I got the thing going. The scroll's running, so I want to give some shout outs. I know Tony Wallow was first. Roy Kerr was here. Bobby Warren was here. He was third. Alex Duke was here. Greg, did you make a comment tonight in chat?
Yes,
You did. How did I miss it?
at least 2 or 3 times.
Oh, I see one.
I'm looking.
8th place, no way.
I'm still looking.
Yeah, I'll vouch for that. 8th place, no way. I see it.
Right after Chris.
That is weird.
Around 8:44 is when he made the
I
comment.
don't have the timestamps enabled, but that would help me out if I did have them enabled. Because then I can look for the time. Timestamps. 8:44.
Yes.
I got Bobby Warren 37, Alex at 44, Bobby at 44, Chris Garrett at 53. Oh, there's Greg at 55. Okay.
Oh, 55.
See, by doing the timestamps, I can pick them out pretty quick. John Southern Exposure, I want to thank you. Long Dog was there, thank you. Tony, thank you. One Fish joined us in chat. Tim Soul joined us. Hopefully he'll join us later. I'm not sure. He's on a photo shoot doing something. I think I got everybody. Wintermute was there. Thank you, Wintermute. I saw him a couple times. I should have known that from the top of my head. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. And if you want to join us, oh, I can't do that now. K Stout, Zoom, the zeros or the O's or zeros at gmail.com. Thank you. Have a great night.